So this is not a docking station, it's the fastest external SSD that I've used with the Mac Mini M4 or M4 Pro so far. But it also has a few connections at the back, so I guess that it's kind of a docking station. It's called the ORICO MiniMate. It has a Thunderbolt connection and reaches speeds of 3600 megabytes per second, which was awesome. This version has 1 terabyte, but it's available from 512 gigs up to 8 terabytes. We can place it on the top of the Mac Mini or underneath, depending on our preference. It has a Thunderbolt port to connect to the Mac Mini M4 or M4 Pro, two USB Type-A 2.0 ports, audio in, audio out, and a USB Type-C port. Underneath, it has this cooling system with an active fan. The ORICO MiniMate on top of the Mac Mini with the M4 Pro. We are going to compare the speed test of the internal SSD on the Mac and also on the ORICO. But one thing that I do notice is that it has an active cooling fan, which is not aggressive at all. It is silent. I can hear everything else. I can hear my AC. I can hear the fan that just ramped up from one of my batteries. I can hear a lot of stuff, but if I put myself like this, I will be here the fan, which is a active fan. It is a large fan, I do guess. I didn't open it up, but if you have a really dead silent, which I believe that it's really difficult to accomplish, a setup with no noise at all, we will be able to listen to it. Now let's go for the speed test. If I select the main hard drive or the SSD on the Mac Mini, let's go for the documents or downloads, doesn't matter, just press on start. There we go. We have just great speeds. It does a bit better. 4900 on reads and 4200 on writes. I've seen better values than this. I've seen roughly 5000 megabytes per second. There we go, 5000 right over here, 4300 and something, 4400. One more time, there we go, 4400 megabytes per second. Now let's switch to the ORICO so that we can see how well it behaves. So let's press here on open and bam. There we go, 3670 more or less, and almost 3000 megabytes per second on this side. On the read side, 2900 megabytes per second, which is just an awesome experience. Anything that we want to do, transfer huge files, this is great. Video editing and so on and so forth. I've tested quite a few external SSDs, and so far on the Mac Mini, this is the fastest that we have tested until today. Great speeds, and of course I'm using it on top of the Mac Mini, but I guess that we can also use it on the bottom of the Mac Mini. But there we go. In terms of speed tests, there we go. In terms of the port connectivity, we have USB 2.0, so it's great if we want to connect a mouse or keyboard, but that's about it. We can also connect audio in and audio out. Just turn the AC off so that I could hear the active fan that it's on the ORICO MiniMate. And if we have a completely dead silent setup, which I do have almost, I do have other noises that are stronger than this one, but I can hear it, especially if I'm concentrated on it, I can hear it. Let me put it near of the microphone, which will amplify the sound. But in a normal position where we have it near to me, if I'm concentrated on the noise, I will hear it, but it's a soft noise. And when I had my AC on, I wouldn't figure out if this was making any kind of noise. And although I would prefer to have USB 3.0 or USB 3.1 or 3.2, I believe that they went with USB 2.0 so that the all bandwidth is dedicated to the SSD inside, so that we can reach 3600 megabytes per second on writes and roughly 3000 megabytes per second on reads, which is insane. Many people has complained about the Mac Mini M4 and M4 Pro not having the audio output at the back, it has at the front instead. I didn't complain, but honestly one of the things that I did enjoy on the previous generation was to have the audio output and input at the back. And this, I'm not going to purchase it just for the audio, but I believe that it's a nice touch and it's an add-on for those that wants to have all the wires audio included at the back. This is a nice touch. I'm one of those that prefer to have the audio connected at the back. Actually, I do with my Mac Studio. Right over here with the Mac Mini, I've got Bluetooth connectivity, which sometimes is not the best for all case scenarios. Now, it's not very cheap. I will leave the link down below, but it's a lot cheaper than the upgradability of the SSD on the Mac Mini M4 or M4 Pro, which, at least where I live, if we go from 512 to 1 terabyte, we will need to pay $250. And if I go to 2 terabytes, I will need to pay $750, which is something that I don't do. I always invest in my external SSD, and then when it's time to refresh my Mac, and I'm doing this for the last 10 to 12 years or so, I do give the Mac, I purchase a new one, and my storage solution is with me, so I don't lose my investment. But this is the way that I've been doing for all those years. This is a solution. It is the fastest that I've seen so far in terms of external solution for the Mac Mini M4 or M4 Pro. We have seen the speeds, and hopefully you've enjoyed to meet the ORICO MiniMate or MiniMate, not really sure, but if you did, don't forget the usual thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.